I don't think I have anything to break when it comes to the Aaron Rodgers front, but does it seem weird to you that he's active roster, but they also said he's not going to play? I assume being into conspiracies like he is, he thinks, hey, something could be up here.
So the C word in me certainly makes me wonder, like, and I do not abuse the fact that I do have his phone number, okay, over the last couple of years.
Sure.
We've become friends.
I had to send him a nice message from a fan this morning. Obviously.
Bingo. So I do not send messages for information. Now, AJ does know everything
Yes, he does.
happening at all times.
Yep.
And he's had a couple very long off seasons.
Yeah.
You know, because when Aaron went in the darkness, our show was still live.
That's right. We were in the light.
You know? But wouldn't it make sense if you're Aaron Rodgers, just the type of human he is, just so he could potentially say, oh, is that right? You know, to some people. Imagine if he played in a game that did not matter for playoff implications at all, earlier than anybody in the history of an Achilles tear has ever come back before, just so he could go, interesting. Oh, this guy, prima donna, asshole, bad teammate. Okay. Just wants to play ball because I'm able to play ball again. Oh, this guy didn't tear his Achilles. He's not. It was all just for show. Oh, is that right? Here's the scan. And here's me throwing for 3 touchdowns against Commanders on Christmas Eve. You know, it's the C word in me, okay, is hard not to think about that immediately upon him going to the active roster. But then, like, the adult in me is like, that would make no sense for anybody if he did that, other than just to say, oh, is that right? So, AJ, my C conspiracy is that misguided? Do you think that is stupid for me to think about? Do you think there has been any chatter for him to say, you know what, I don't care if it doesn't mean, or is this all just so he can practice? Because if he's put off the active roster, he heads to the IR immediately for the rest of the season. He's not allowed to practice. Is that a more seemingly obvious reasoning for this entire move for the New York Jets to make it this time?
I think so. I think you might be, on the right path. I don't know exactly how the whole situation played out, but I assume this was all part of the plan, right? Where, hey, when it's time for you to practice, we're going to have to activate you in order to get you on the field. We can't just throw you out there if you're not on the active roster. But I do not see him stepping on the field. I feel like when he was on Tuesday, it was pretty apparent he's not playing football.
Well, the issue was all year he said, if we're still in it, if we're still in it, I will obviously risk it. And I think he even said it doesn't have to be 100% if we're still in it. Being medically cleared is not 100%. Being medically cleared, I think I said 65, 70%, 75%. That is like being medically, I can come back and play football. He was going to do that if they were mathematically. That was always the conversation. But then with how loud it got, in the last week, because they have a 0% chance of making the playoffs now. So all these people that are like, oh, this was a song and dance, it's like, what? This is a much different situation than what the situation would have had to have been for him to come back and play. He's kind of laid that out the entire year.
Yeah, exactly. And he's kind of stood by that the entire time. And last week him being on the sidelines doing calf raises definitely is a big thing, just because the strain versus stress conversation, but the conspiracy
stretch
versus stress. Not
that
strain.
guy in the Secret Service right there. Go back to that clip. Is there a guy? That white-haired guy? Is he in the Secret Service? What's that? It's not normal security.
A team doctor.
Press play.
No, he's not a team doctor. The guy's watching the crowd.
Lower left is who he's talking
Secret
about there.
Service,
To the right of the guy in the neon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right here. Let's just get. Maybe he is a doctor. He's got an armband.
He's a doctor. He just saw something.
My bad. Right. I saw him right here. I'm like, oh, what is Aaron hiring Secret Service?
Yeah, there's a lot. Well, there's a lot of stuff to look at in the crowd in Miami. We all know that. But the conspiracy theorist and myself would say that there's a situation where the Jets play the Patriots at the end, and obviously the conversation around Bill Belichick. Aaron would be the last quarterback to play Bill Belichick as the coach.
Okay, so you're cooking it up even more. Not just Christmas Eve.
No. He's not playing Christmas Eve. He's not playing next week. But last week, you're not going to really be doing any football activities for about 4 or 5 months.
Would you want your first game back at quarterback with a brand new team to be against a Bill Belichick? His potential last game?
Yep.
No.
However, in this year for the New England Patriots, I don't think it's his last game. But if it is, Bill probably on the way out, hey, Aaron, I got so much respect for you. When you were in Green Bay, I came out before the game to meet you. But how about today? I'll just, we'll sit back and base cover 3, cover
really?
2.
Lame duck.
You have some fun. We need one more loss to lock in the number 2 pick. You go out there. We won't even blitz you.
It feels like that's something Bill Belichick would do. It would be wild if he went back on the field. Obviously, it would have been wild regardless. But them not having any chance of making the playoffs, certainly a bummer on the entire fairy tale story it was supposed to be, even though it was all made up. You know, it was all made up.
Didn't tear it.
That's what.
He didn't tear it. I mean, he'd have came back 3 weeks ago. Like, why would you wait this long if you didn't tear it?
Yeah, why would you wait until there was 0% chance?
First round pick. So they can keep their first round pick, top 10 pick.
I mean, what a phenomenal storyline that has gone through there. We appreciate being a part of the entire story. Him getting back up there, guy lost his job because he goes down to practice squad.
He did, yep.
But his contract guaranteed, though, because he is a 6-year player, so he's already vested, so his contract has already been guaranteed forever. And they're probably going to end up moving him right back up in a procedural move. So this is just a move that had to be made. But, boy, people are not happy with Aaron. He's taking this guy's job. They weren't happy about it at all, which seems to be the story of Aaron Rodgers' life.